Everyone, and welcome back to another video. Today's video is Hercules versus Heimdall, the son of Zeus, right, and the Lion of Olympus versus Heimdall, right, the god who has foresight, right? Odin's kind of right hand guy, right? He's the he has Gjallarhorn, which kind of signals Ragnarok, so he's a high-ranking member of Odin's Asgardian hierarchy in society. So, let's just get straight into this. Intelligence. I don't think anyone's going to debate me on that one. Based off of Hercules from God of War 3, again, the reasoning why Hercules was such a buffoon was because he was infected with the evil jealousy or envy. Because he was envious of, because he thought, Kratos was treated better than Hercules because Kratos was, a killer made a hero and a man turned into a god. While Hercules, if anyone knows Hercules' story and Kratos' story are very, very, very similar. So that's the whole thing. We don't really, obviously completing the 12 labors requires a fair bit of intelligence, but Heimdall seems to be a bit more rational, let's just say. Fighting ability and battle IQ. This is entirely Hercules. Hercules, for a simple way of explaining it, would be he's kind of like, he's very much, in a lot of ways, he's considered an equivalent to Thor. One, obviously the superhuman strength, but also being very much a fighting hero, a god. Or in this case, Hercules is a demigod. I don't think he's a full god in God of War 3. I think he's still a demigod. Correct me if I'm wrong on that one. But yeah, Hercules, again, he was one of the Argonauts, right, with Jason. He fought the Nemean lion. He killed the Nemean lion. He fought the Erythmian boar, Hydra. He's had a lot of, let's just say he's been in a lot of fights, and again, not to mention, I believe, I think he was the one who kind of discovered pancreation, or at least uses it. And maybe I'm confusing Marvel Comics and God of War and the mythology, but I'm pretty sure Hercules actually has technically some aspect or form of martial arts capabilities, because pancreation is like a combination of Greek wrestling and Greek boxing and all that sort of stuff. So Hercules is a very, very formidable fighter. Strength. No one's going to debate me on that. From what we know, Hercules can lift the entire... In God of War, I'm pretty sure he lifted the entire Greek world on his shoulders, because I'm pretty sure in the God of War games, instead of lifting just the world, it's Earth, Olympus, and then you have other realms like Nyx's primordial realm of darkness, Thanatos' domain of death. It's slightly different from what it is in the actual mythology, but pretty much Hercules' strength is immeasurable. It's very much on par with Thor and Kratos. Very much. There's no question to that. Speed. Hercules is a big, slow guy. Anyone who's played the boss battle will know that. He is a fairly slow individual. Get him without the gauntlet. This is the thing now. You get him without the gauntlets, and Hercules I think he can dodge Helios's, flare, right? Which is an impressive speed feat, considering that, of course, it's light, so it's moving at the speed of light. So he's got pretty good combat speed feats and stuff like that. But in terms of overall speed, Heimdall has that. And that actually will feed into one of the, energy reduction, AP, and hacks thing. Durability. Hercules can take far more damage than Heimdall can. Heimdall is a glass cannon. Technically, that's the case. Heimdall is a glass cannon. Yes, I know he can regenerate, but that'd be going more into versatility and hacks than anything. Invulnerability. Invulnerability will go to Hercules, and this is for one reason. Hercules' armor, again, is permanent, and the only way Heimdall could get rid of it is to do what Kratos did, and he is not going to be able to do that. Again, if the gauntlets take up most of his arm, his shoulder pads cover, right? He's got a helmet on too, contrary to most God of War characters. He's got some sort of helmet, right? Equipment for his head. And that's pretty much it. Heimdall, I know, can use Bifrost or use some sort of energy source to create armor, but it's temporary. Hercules, given if he actually hits him, could pretty much break the armor in like 1 or 2 shots, especially with the Nemean Cestus, which amplify his attacking power. And interjection in AP. In terms of attack potency, Hercules is pretty much up there. One hit from the Cestus is pretty. It's incredible. I mean, again, if anyone's actually seen the fight, if you ever go into Spartan Rage against Hercules, and if Hercules hits you, Kratos actually exits Spartan Rage. No other boss has been able to do that, as far as I'm aware of. So that's a lot of AP to consider. With energy projection overall, I think that's Heimdall. For the sake of making the fight more accurate, I'm going to give it to Heimdall. Versatility. Heimdall has manipulation of magic or energy, not to mention foresight. And he can also regenerate limbs using Bifrost energy. That's something that I don't think Odin or any of the other Aesir gods have been able to do. Not that they can't do it, but they haven't shown the ability to. X Factor and hacks. I am a Hercules fan. Hercules, Ares, Zeus, Kratos, they're my favorite. They're the God of War characters that I find the most interesting and cool. I just don't think there's any way Hercules can touch Heimdall. That's the thing. Could Hercules somehow react to the to realm shift? He might be able to. Keyword might. Again, he has combat speed to be able to dodge and parry Kratos' attacks, right? And also be able to get a hold of Kratos, not to mention there's that. So, I don't know. I'd probably put, it's... At the end of the day, the only way for Hercules to get a hold of Heimdall is to do a ground pound, like a shockwave attack, completely disorient and stun Heimdall, and then of course, if he's not looking, Hercules just grabs him, puts him into a bear hug, and crushes the life out of him, because Heimdall's not breaking out of a bear hug. If Hercules gets a hold of Heimdall, period, like there's nothing he can do, right? There's nothing Heimdall can do to break out of it. Heimdall isn't strong enough to break free from Hercules' grip at all. And if Hercules ever were to nail a full-on blow, a full-force blow from the Nemean Cestus to Heimdall's head either is going to be a bloody mess, and he's going to die in one hit, or he's going to be disoriented, very much out of it, but still alive, and then Hercules will just pound his face into a mince. Because outside of those possibilities, Hercules is not winning this fight. He just can't touch Heimdall. The foresight ability is too OP, at least in this situation. So that's how I see this battle going. So in this case, Heimdall is going to be the victor more often than not, and yeah, and that's it. So I hope you enjoyed this video. I thank you for watching it, and have a good day.